Oh, hello there. Yes, well, good grief, that was exciting yesterday, wasn't it? Yes, the news out of South Korea, which is courageously resisting North Korean aggression or something. Yes, perhaps the message from that is that democracy in any form is always very, very skin deep, and it's something that needs to be, well, made precious and protected, because otherwise there are always various autocratic forces, very often people voted into power, who kind of think that they can get their own way by, well, doing away with those kind of things. After all, all those votes are just kind of messy, aren't they, really? It's so much easier if you just get a bloke in a helmet and a stick to make sure that things go through one way or another. Yes, and I'm reminded of this in the UK because, of course, we have the ongoing saga of Elon Musk and his 100 million and Nigel Farage and his 79 million. Now, you would have thought that Nigel Farage, Mr. Sovereignty himself, Mr. Oh, it's important that Britain goes its own way, would be very, very concerned about the notion of a very, very rich person effectively just deciding to buy Britain as a political entity. But that's Nigel Farage for you. Of course, he's not going to do that. And all his mates in all of those, important places are going to very much do the same thing, aren't they? Yes, because it's very important he becomes the next Prime Minister. Look at what a good job he's doing in Clacton. Look at what a good job he's done all the way along the line. Look at what a huge success Brexit was. We need a man like that, and I can only think about how brilliant his other MPs will be if they manage, of course, to, conveniently forget about their past and with their wives one way or another. Yes, but on a wider mark, of course, we do need some laws if this does somehow magically go through. We do need some laws to make sure that, well, it doesn't. I'm sorry, but I don't want foreign billionaires, especially weird autistic ones that don't speak to their children, basically telling me who my next leader is. It makes me feel my votes feel a bit redundant. It makes me think of, well, not realistically being very much of a Democrat myself, which is quite dangerous. But if this doesn't go through, of course, a lot of voices out there will jump up and down about it, about how bad it is. But all of that money will go somewhere. There's a very good piece in the Telegraph, link down below, about the notion of data, because reform realistically don't have a party membership, real terms, that they can activate, will simply end up with somebody deciding to use an awful lot of IT to get exactly what they want. Again, not something that I am particularly interested in this country. I don't want foreigners telling me what to do one way or another, and I would have thought bluntly that Nigel Farage would know that. Yes, and I don't care what their front and face is. Yeah, they might all be coming out of Tufton Street, but if I smell the Heritage Foundation, I will call them out for exactly the nastiness that they are. Anyway, that ended on a bitter note, didn't it? But, dear God, we're going to hear a lot about this, about how, well, he's our bloke, and therefore it'll all be fine. Sure it will be. Yeah. Still, all that trade union money's dreadful in the Labour Party, isn't it? Awful, awful, awful. Union pay bosses. Ooh. This is why I want adults in the room. Not Labour Party adults or Tory adults, because they never are, but actual adults. We used to have them in British politics, and that's a time that's long gone. It feels very much like the fag end of our own particular democracy, and like South Korea, it was worthwhile reminding you that have come times in the past very, very close whereby we have lost it all. The Glorious Revolution was, in effect, not so much a revolution, more of an invasion. When you actually read about these things and know about them, it kind of helps a great deal. Anyway, do have a gorgeous Wednesday. If you can, maybe someone will take it away from you. I hope not, especially in your case.